This is the homework video for Thursday, 10/8, the last homework video for the week. Yay! And remember that if you haven't done the problem, that you should get the problem done before you watch the video. Copying will make you stupid. And also remember, listen to the video because there are things that I'm wanting you to write down, and you need to make sure that you hear what I'm telling you to write down, so listen carefully. Okay, it said A, write the equation for each DJ. Tom's Tunes, the equation is cost equals 60x. The 60 represents the cost per hour, and the x represents the number of hours. Cost equals 60 times hours. Sabrina's cost equals 100. It's the setup fee plus 40 times the number of hours, 40x. And DJ Derek's cost equals 175 plus 30 times the number of hours, 30x. B says, what information does the coefficient of x represent for each DJ? X always represents the number of hours, so that number of hours you're going to hire the DJ. C says, what does the y-intercept represent, of the graph represent for each DJ? The y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis, and it represents what you would pay even if the DJ played no music at all, 0 hours of music. It's your setup fee that you have to pay, and the only one that doesn't have a setup fee is Tom's Tunes, but they also have the most expensive cost per hour. So these guys give you a setup fee, but they're not charging quite as much per hour. Next question, suppose that the DJ will need to work 8 1/2 hours. What is the cost of each DJ? This question is checking to see if A, you know where the 8.5 goes in the equation that you wrote for step A, and B, if you know how to do the math once you substitute it into the correct place. So here we go. The 8.5 goes in the hours spot because it represents hours. This means multiply. When you do that, you get $510. That 8.5 goes in the hours spot. 40 times 8.5 plus 100 is 440. And the 8.5 goes in the 30 spot. And this times this plus 175 is 250. Please make sure that you showed the work. I know you probably used your calculator, and I don't have a problem with that at all. But I do need to see that you know how to set this up on your calculator, so make sure you wrote those down. The next question is kind of a little bit similar, but not exactly the same. It's seeing if you know that now that they're telling you that it's $450, if you realize that that $450 now has to be in the C spot in the equation. So I'm not putting anything in the X spot this time, I'm putting it in the C spot, and I have to solve that equation. You should have done a lot of solving equations last year in order to find x. So here on the first one, 450, the cost is equal to 60x. To solve this simple one-step equation, this means multiply. The opposite of that is dividing, so I divide by 60 on both sides. That's going to give me x equals 7.5 hours. On this equation, it's a two-step equation. 450 equals 100 plus 40x. The first thing I have to do is get rid of this 100 by subtracting 100, because the opposite of adding 100 is to subtract 100. I do that on both sides, and I get 350 equals 40x. This means multiply. The opposite of multiplication is division, so divide by 40. Divide by 40. X is going to get 8.75 hours. That's how many hours you get. And in the last one, 450 equals 175 plus 30x. On this one, you first have to get rid of 175 on both sides. All of this work absolutely needs to be on your paper. 275 equals 30x. This means multiply. The opposite of multiplication is division. So I divide here, and I also have to show I'm dividing here. That gives me x equals 9.16, which comes out to be 9 hours and 10 minutes that you'd get the DJ for. And you are now done with your homework video. That was less than 5 minutes tonight. Make sure that you've shown all your work, and I will see you tomorrow.